Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda, and this is Gizmo.
We're the Newcomers. I think we got a great show for you today.
Yeah. Don't we always?
Well, some are better than others.
Yeah.
You know, we live in the villages and we try to bring you information that will help people here, but also senior citizens all across the United States and, well, for the world for that matter. We've got viewers over in
We do.
Germany and Australia and Morocco, and I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And we love hearing from you.
Yeah, we do.
Today, you're going to hear about the mysterious tale of the pods.
And a Mother's Day outing to Clifton Cove.
Middleton's getting a lot of press these days. You're going to find out exactly who can live in Middleton.
And we hit 13,000 Facebook followers.
Yeah. And a bear pays a visit to our neighborhood.
It was too close for comfort.
All that and more. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Yes, there's lots of entertainment in the villages. The Savannah Center, the Sharon, the Tierra del Sol Theater, and the squares is always hopping. And we like to take advantage too of the markets. There are 3 markets in the villages. You can go on market night on Tuesday night is Spanish Springs from 5 to 9. They'll have booths set up. And then they go to on Wednesday to the Sumter Landing on same time, 5 to 9, and then at Brownwood on Thursdays from 5 to 9. And you're going to find some food, you can find some crafts. It's really a nice evening.
People that want those signs that go in front of your house that you hang out on the light post, there's a vendor there. That's where you sign up, you tell them exactly what you want, you pick your design, and they'll deliver it to you back there at the square a little bit later.
They also have cruise-ins. Do you know when the cruise-ins
Yeah,
are?
there are 2 cruise-ins. I think you can see the flyer there on the screen. And those will be coming up in June. Those are a lot of fun. You're going to see some beautiful cars.
They're amazing.
There are a lot of amazing cars here in the villages.
Yeah.
We're going to start with our video viewer question of the week. And this week's viewers are Roy and Karen Cooper. They're fellow YouTubers.
Yeah.
And they sent us this question.
So, Jerry and Linda, we want to know, are you having any regrets about telling us all this incredible information about the villages and having people like us move here?
And all of these people!
Okay,
Hey, Jerry and Linda! Say it!
That is something to think about because, as you know, when you go on to YouTube and you're out there, you know, we've had 16 million views.
Wow.
That's a lot of people tuning in, and you're going to get some super, super good people.
Right, we are.
And you're going to get some crazy people. And
A
every
couple.
once in a while, we get some really outlandish comments that makes us rethink the whole YouTube thing. You know, we know people are good, and they're tremendously good. But sometimes we hear from people that aren't so good, and that gives us pause a little bit. But we keep with it.
For the most part, everybody likes what we're doing, and we enjoy doing it. And haters will hate, but I feel sorry for them. Yeah.
I don't feel sorry for them, but we just keep doing it because we love the people we meet. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, we do.
And we're enjoying it right now. And if it ever gets too overwhelming, we'll hang it up. But for right now, we're going strong and loving it. And we thank every one of you for watching.
We do. Thank you.
In fact, this past week, we hit 13,000 Facebook followers.
Oh, my goodness.
That's different from a YouTube subscriber. We have about 58,000 YouTube subscribers.
Okay.
But we have 13,000 Facebook followers, and that is awesome. That's where we post little things like this week it rained.
Oh my gosh, it was wonderful to hear that.
We got some
on the
rain. We've
windows.
turned off our irrigation system, which saves us a little bit of money. It's been, everybody's irrigation's been going strong, but we got some heavy rain. You see some pictures of it there, some video.
You know, I don't even remember the last time it rained. It's January or February.
Down here, you'll get little spurts every now and then. It may rain for 5 minutes, and that's all you get for a week, or it might rain a little bit every day.
Yeah.
But we were thankful for that rain, and it really saturated the ground.
Yes,
so it was
it
a
did.
good deal. But thank you to those folks that subscribe and to the ones that follow us on Facebook. And for the 13,000th follower on Facebook, we'd like to salute Daryl and Paula Hope.
Woohoo!
You were the ones. So if you guys will send me your contact information, we'll give you a holler, and we'd like to hear from you. Thanks again, and everybody, if you want to see those little things that happen, like for example, Linda got her hand stuck in the screen door the other day.
Yeah. You didn't get a picture, did you?
I did not get a picture of that, but next time I'll try. And little things that happen around the house, and like we gave you an announcement on the rain the other day, and so it's all good. Please join us on Facebook.
Right. Our first question is from Seth and Kelly in Baltimore, Maryland. Are there any putt-putts or miniature golf courses in the villages? Yes, there are two. There's one near Finney, and we have not been to that one yet. We should go, but we also went on Mother's Day to Clifton Cove, and that was a fun afternoon. Got a little hot for us.
It was hot.
One part I didn't like, his ball went too far and into the rocks, and I had to go get it. And so anyway, I just didn't want to lose the ball because we just thought, okay, we have to have that extra ball in case we lose it. And I got under the rocks and put my hand down in these, way back in these rocks, came back, found the ball, got it out, almost got my hand caught in that, and it made me itch. I was itching for the whole time. I don't know if there's any sand fleas in there or not, but anyway, Clifton Cove is fun. Please go. It's down by Sawgrass Grove.
It's in real good shape. The greens are nice. The ball rolls true. Yeah. They're really tricky, though. These holes are not really like on most putt-putts, it's par 2. Some of these holes are par 3 or par 4.
Yeah.
But it's fun, and they'll give you a ball if you don't have one, and there'll be a scorecard there.
Right.
And if there are 18 holes, good, easy parking. You can take your golf cart over there. It's right at Sawgrass.
Yes.
So that was fun. Thanks for the question. Vic and Laura Guerra, right? We're coming from Connecticut, and we've always had a lot of space around our homes, 1 to 2 acres. One of our fears is that the neighbors are too close. How was the transition for you? Well, that is the toughest of all transitions.
Yeah.
We came from a 1-acre lot in a subdivision.
Yeah.
Looking out our front door, we couldn't see any neighbors.
No, all wooded lot.
Looking out our back door, we couldn't see our neighbors. But here, if you look out your front door, you're going to probably see some neighbors. If you look out your back door, they may be real close. You can see them out the sides. The good thing is we have good neighbors here.
We have good neighbors.
They're nice.
And we got plantation shutters.
Yeah, we can shut her down when we want to.
Right.
But if you're the kind of person that doesn't like people, doesn't like to be around people, you're going to be, what's the word? Not claustrophobic, but maybe...
Just feel a little bit closed in.
Yeah, you'll feel closed in. You'll feel like you're on display. I mean, when you go out on the front and sit out front, I mean, you see other folks, you see their garage doors open, you see them back out of there. You see what they're doing, you know?
Right, yeah.
You know when they've cut the grass, you know when they haven't cut the grass.
And they come walking by your house, and you're friendly, you say hello, but it's a friendly neighborhood.
We know when our neighbor has a cold. You can hear him sneeze. That takes a big adjustment. It's probably the biggest adjustment to living here. But if you're a people person, I think you'll do just fine.
This is from Steve Palermo. We've seen our share of conflicts that arise from moving reserved chairs or removing abandoned towels. Does this go on in the villages? What is the policy? Well, saving chairs at the square is kind of frowned on. If you want to have a group of people with you, bring your own chairs. You might be able to save 1 or 2 chairs, but don't save a whole row. You can't save 4 or 5. It is frowned upon.
Yeah, and rightly so. I mean, if you come to the square,
yeah,
and somebody's coming at 6, but they got there at 5, and they draped a bunch of things over the chairs so you can't sit down, and you're there wanting to sit down, and they're still home eating the dinner.
Yeah,
it's not right.
No.
So it is, and the pools are the same way. I've never seen a pool that was full yet.
No.
Have you?
No, you're not. You're going to get a space at the
But
pool.
on a cruise ship.
That's true. Yeah, that's going to be all
Those
right.
turkeys come out early in the morning and stake out some chairs.
For the day.
And then when you come out, you can't find a chair,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a problem. Yeah, that's not good.
Well, then when you're at the square, you will want to save your chair if you go to dance. If you get up, you go dance, you're going to have to put something there. You don't want to leave your purse. You're going to either have to put a sweater, maybe, a jacket. I don't know.
I swear, though, some people will stake out a chair and never, ever sit in it at the square. They dance every
They
dance.
dance every dance. Well, good for them, I guess.
And the squares are kind of full these days.
Yeah.
Now the snowbirds are going home, so they're going to open up.
It's going to be better.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot
Yeah.
better. Steve Palermo, that was the name of a Major League Baseball umpire. You already knew that, didn't you, Steve? Anyway, years ago, I remember the story that he saved a lady or jumped in when a lady was getting mugged and he got shot. And it paralyzed him, put him in a wheelchair.
Is that right?
Yeah, and he's passed away now, but I do remember the name Steve Palermo.
Maybe he's a relation.
Yeah.
Is your-
Bob and Heidi in Chicago, right? Do you have to be a full-time employee or can you just be a part-time employee to live in Middleton and send your kids to the village's high school? Can my wife and myself split the amount of hours necessary to qualify? Okay, we asked somebody in the know. They sent us a very good answer, which will be good for you and make you feel good. Middleton is a community that is open to all folks that would like to live there. You do not need to be employed by the villages to live in Middleton. And you don't have to be employed by the villages to purchase a home in Middleton. So anybody can live there.
Wow.
But of course, they hope that the people that work for the villages will buy homes there so they'll be close to where they work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from all accounts, we have not been out there. We've driven past it. But it's really coming along. Some houses are up and they're just about ready to be occupied.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is from Steve and Mary in Herscher, Illinois. We are currently doing our lifestyle visit and looking at model homes. Now that you've been here for a while, what would you consider the most important things to consider when choosing your home, etc.? Location, lot size, proximity to the squares, etc.
We've answered this a lot of times.
Yeah, well, proximity to the squares, we are near Brownwood, but not so close that we hear music or anything like that. So we're a nice distance from it.
Well, first of all, you've got to buy a house you can afford. So the first thing is look at areas you can afford the homes.
Right.
Designer homes basically are going to be in the $400,000 to $500,000 range. Villas will be less expensive. And pre-owned homes tend to be a little more than the newer construction. So look for a home you can afford, then have a checklist. You know, just like we
Yeah.
talked to the folks the other day. Know what you're looking for. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Do you want a 2.5 car garage? You want a 2.5 car garage, you're going to spend on the upper end
Yes.
of your budget there.
Yeah, and lot size too. That you don't want a really big yard because you're going to have to do the irrigation on it and the mowing or get
And
that cut.
there aren't any really big lots. The
No.
corner lots tend to be bigger and they will charge you more.
Yeah, and
you know, to do
cul-de-sac
that.
lots a
And your
little bit.
water bill will be more. So I guess what you look for first is what you can afford,
Mm-hmm.
then the amount of bedrooms and baths that you want. Then you can narrow it down by whatever house plan you like.
Yeah.
You know, we like the aspen, but we also like the gardenia. We like the, laurel oak, mossy
yes,
oak.
Yes. Those are really
Begonia's
pretty.
nice. There are lots of nice house
Lots of
plans.
nice house
Yeah.
plans.
Okay, a palm pod story I told you we'd have.
Yeah.
You remember those bleepity bleep pods that grow out of your palm trees. You saw us take some off recently. We've had more. We cut down 4 or 5 more pods the other day. And it's funny. I put them out by the road. There they are. And they were going to be picked up by the trash man the next day. However, we looked out and somebody pulls up in their car. And she gets out and she takes all the pods.
Pod thief.
Yeah. And I'm betting that she's an artist or
Yeah.
a do-it-yourselfer, and she's going to
Sure.
make some kind of decorations out of those. You're welcome to them. When people put trash out, it's fair game.
Yeah.
So we're glad they took them. But these guys are really glad because the very next morning, the old trash guys came and they didn't have to pick up those old heavy pods.
Oh, I know.
They just threw
They
that
are
in the truck
heavy.
and went on. So,
Yeah.
so the case of the disappearing pods was solved by our camera.
Good old camera. This is the blooper section. Ooh, ooh.
Third time's a charm. Thank you. Mediocre.
We're totally ready. Time out.
I'm breathing hard. Up and down, up and down. I know you set your clocks up. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. Spring forward.
Spring
back.
forward, fall back.
The other day, Linda said, and I'm not lying, she said, you know what? It is getting light too early in the morning. Maybe we should set our clocks back.
I'm waking up at 5:15, 5:30 every day. I don't like it. I just want to move my clocks again.
Well, you know we can't decide that thing. It's
I
like,
just want to. This is from Martha. I had a friend's mother that moved into a retirement community, and she said that there were lots of cliques and that she could never really get connected. Is that true in the villages? I'm not sure about cliques, but there are people form groups when you move in, and they as soon as they move in a neighborhood, like when a new neighborhood is built, they all move in and they become friends, and then they go to the socials together. Then they form little golf groups or little card groups, and then that groups they continue playing and whatever. And then sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get in those little groups, but say, hey, I'd like to substitute, or I'd like to come in, and if you need a helper or if you need a golfer that day, give me a call. That's what you need to do.
it's not that they're cliques. You know, you
Yeah.
start playing cards with
Right.
people, you get to know them, that's your friend, that's your posse.
Yeah.
And then you're friends with them.
Yeah.
And it's not that other people can't join. It's just that you may have to wait a while till an
Yeah.
opening comes. We had a lady that
Yeah.
moved out of the neighborhood the other day.
Right.
Somebody will take her place in that
Right.
card game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And form your own group. Find new people that have moved in, and then get your own groups together. So, I don't like the word cliques. That sounds like high school, doesn't it?
They spelled it wrong. Did you see that? But we don't police the spelling on our YouTube or our Facebook things. We're not the grammar or the spelling police, and we don't want anybody to do that. Sometimes people do correct spelling. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from John in Massachusetts. John says, I have a question regarding guests using the amenities. When family and friends visit, can they use the amenities such as playing golf, pickleball, pools, etc.? If so, do you have to go with them, or can they go off on their own? Good question. And it is one of those that has a couple of different facets to it.
Yeah.
Number one is a guest pass.
Right.
When we have our grandchildren visit, when we have our sons visit, we go to one of the regional rec centers.
Mm-hmm.
We get them a little paper that says they are an official guest.
Yeah, it tells
they
the
can only be a
date.
guest a certain number of days.
Right.
And that enables you to use some of the amenities, but not everything. You can't go to the sports pools. You don't live here. You're not a resident, so you have to have your guest sponsor with you when you go to the pools or when you play golf or things like that.
Right.
So that's the difference. If you are a homeowner that rents their home out, the people that rent your home can go pay, I think it's $50.
It is.
For a guest pass that will enable you to do everything, play golf, use the
Yeah.
pools, whatever. If you use one of those passes that you've gotten from your landlord when you're renting, they have to surrender their pass for the time that you're there. So I can't own a home, rent it out, and then I go play golf and they go play golf. No, it's one or the other.
I gotcha. This is from Sandy and Barry. Another YouTuber that reviewed the villages said a negative aspect of the villages is the portion sizes at the restaurants. It's very small compared to where they came from. What's your take on this? I don't know. I don't think they're very small. I'm filled. What about you? I always take things home. I always have something to take
We
home.
have found that the older we get, the less food we need.
Yes.
In fact, many times we will want to go out and split an entree, and although it makes us look like cheapskates, we're not doing it to save money. I find myself at the end of a meal almost forcing in the last part, and that's not what you want to do if you're trying to watch your weight at all. So I don't find the portions too small. You see some of those dishes on the screen there.
Yeah.
We have plenty. And what do you mean another YouTuber? Are there other YouTubers? What? Well, a bear visited the neighborhood this past week. We had one before, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We filmed it in our own driveway. But this one was behind us, just right smack dab behind us, in the house right behind us. It had walked through their yard. You can see the video there.
See, that's wonderful that they have videos now. The Ring cameras, the house cameras that will pick this up. I would hate to walk outside with Gizmo and boom, right there's a bear. So thank goodness for those Ring cameras.
Yeah. That's a pretty good sized bear. But you know what? He probably came out of the preserve or one of the wooded areas.
Yeah.
It was garbage night. He's looking for food. We didn't find anything torn apart. Now, the last garbage time, we scared a raccoon off. We saw him. He was out there eating chicken bones out of our garbage. But the bears, she's frightened to death. I don't know why she's so frightened. Have you heard of anybody being mauled by a bear?
Not lately.
No, we haven't heard about that. They're scared to death. They will skedaddle when you come out that door.
Yeah.
Vidalia Onions.
Yeah, I mean, we love Vidalia.
What the heck am I talking about Vidalia Onions for? Because they're good, that's why. They're the sweetest onions. They're only available part of the year, and they are here. Look at this. That's Linda. We got 2 big bags of them. I got it at Costco.
He couldn't contain himself.
I got 2
comes
bags.
home with 2 giant bags. of
Sometimes
Vidalia
we have onions in our closet, and they grow, and they look like onion creatures. But these, we researched how to store them. She put them in a...
Pantyhose. Does anybody have pantyhose still? No.
She dug some out of the archives.
In the archive drawer.
And we hung them up in pantyhose, so hopefully they'll stay for a while. And she also said you can freeze them.
Yes, we can cut some up and put them in a container and freeze them in little baggies, and then we can put them on hamburgers, cheeseburgers, right?
I'm amused by such simple things. Vidalia onions are good. You know what else is good? Yesterday, I didn't tell you this. She ran in somewhere, and I'm in the car, and I rolled down my window just by pushing a button. And that window came down, and it came back up.
Yeah.
You can roll down your window just by pushing a button. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Remember the old days when you used to have to do that? Huh?
Oh my gosh.
How's that for random?
That is random. Oh my gosh. It is time for shout outs, Jerry.
All right. And we'd like to recognize the folks that sent us in a gift there with the super thanks button. That goes right into our equipment fund. We appreciate you so much. Thank you, everybody.
It's time for Sweet and Salty.
I'm going to do the sweet.
All right, go for it.
Patty writes, we love watching your videos. We learned a lot from you guys before we moved to Florida. Thank you for all your resources and research. Patty, you are welcome. Like I said earlier, we have fun doing it.
Yes, we do. We really do.
So what's the sour today?
Well, the person named Kim is referring to me, and she says, she refuses to change that old hairstyle. Come on, it will grow back.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Oh, no, she didn't. I went and had my hair cut by a new person this last week or 2. And yeah, maybe the same length, but I like this length. And I'm sorry that you don't like to look at my hair. You can look at somebody else's hair. I like my hair.
Kim, if you or anybody else sends in a comment like that, it's fine. Send them in. We don't care. But send us a picture of yourself. We would love to see what you look like.
I see your hair.
Because I doubt you look this good, right? Yeah. Although I do want to say, $8 haircut, $160 haircut.
Girls, find me a place that's a little cheaper.
Lord. Some of you like that word scramble we've been doing. So I got another one for you today. Now, I don't ever want you to put the answer in your comments. No. Please don't, because it'll spoil it for everybody else. But just let us know that you know without writing it specifically down what it is. And I think you can do that. And the clue to this one is the reason we're all here. The reason we're all here. Have fun with that, everybody. This is a picture titled Gizmo and His Friends. Now that was sent to us from Iceland.
Wow.
And her name is Linda as well. Actually, she has an Icelandic equivalent to the name Linda.
Oh,
But that was very nice of
how
her to send
sweet.
that.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty cool
I
looking.
really love that picture.
Yeah.
Gizmo does too. He's a little sleepy today.
Speaking of Gizmo, a lot of you have asked about him, and thank you so much for caring.
Yeah.
But he's not well yet. He's still feeling pretty bad, but he's doing better, and he's on some medicines. And he insisted on being here with us today. We didn't make him, and he said he's going to try to do his jokes after a while. Robert and Karen Sykes. They're coming down for a lifestyle visit later this month. They're from Ohio. Now, they tried to come last year, but something came up and they didn't make it, but they're finally on their way, and we hope you have a great time and loving those t-shirts.
We have a letter from Phyllis. What a blessing to live in the Villages, and how lucky am I to live next to Jackie and Rodney. It's like having Martha Stewart next door. I will have to look up that recipe.
Wow, does that look good or what? Rodney and Jackie are longtime viewers, and they live up there in Spanish Springs, right next to Phyllis.
Yeah.
And she had surgery, and they made her this dinner, and she said it's like living next to Martha Stewart.
Aw.
I know what that's like. I live with her. And that is great.
That's
and
so
Rodney
sweet.
and Jackie, such a nice thing to do. And
Very nice.
you know, you'll find that's probably fairly common here in the Villages.
Yeah, it is.
Really nice. Kathy and Kurt are from St. Joe, Michigan. Here they are on the Lake Sumter boat ride. They're with some friends, Nancy and Mike. They came down recently and they bought a vacation home near Brownwood. Congratulations.
Stephanie and John Lucas from North Georgia bought this beautiful home in the village of DeSoto. Congratulations and welcome.
Carol Sims lives in the village of DeLuna. We recently met her when we were down at Sawgrass Grove. What a nice lady. All right, partner, you've been a good boy,
Yeah.
but it's time for you to earn your keep. Take it away, Gizmo.
Hey everybody, thanks for giving me the week off last week. I didn't feel so good. But I'm back and ready to go, and Dad wanted me to remind you to send in some jokes. And also, if you want to give a video question, just send him a short video about 30 seconds or less, and he'll try to get it on. But boy, he was mad yesterday because Mom gave him a glue stick instead of a chapstick. He hasn't talked to her since. I asked Dad if he'd ever tried archery. He said no. I said, you don't know what you're missing. Hey, have you guys seen that new movie, Constipation? Me neither. It hasn't come out yet. Oh boy. Don't blame me. I don't write the jokes. I just tell them. And send me some good ones, everybody. Oh, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week.
Good job, bud. I know you didn't feel like it. Mommy's been taking real good care of him.
I have.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
Be sure to tune in for Thursday's show. I have what I think is a fantastic bike ride.
Awesome.
I'm going to ride the bike up to Seabreeze Rec Center where there's a bathing beauty, and we're going to get some video of that. So you'll want to stay tuned for that on Thursday.
If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on Facebook. Until next time.
See you when you get here.